one line here behind you. Cool. Put the ball down there. You know. Okay. When do we a closeout? Who knows what a closeout is? Hands up. Anyone here know what a closeout is on defense? No hands being raised. Okay. You're a little bit of a half hand. Anyone down here? Yeah, cool. Nice one. Okay. Come to the front of the line. You know a closeout? I think you can play, man. I saw you before, yeah? All right. So with a closeout, all right, it's basically defense, yeah? We're going to treat these cones here at the three-point line as defenders or players, okay? In a closeout here, we're obviously going to rush at our player to pick them up in a game. Maybe they've just been given the ball. They might be a threat. They might score on us, okay, or something like that. So we want to make sure we pick them up. Don't leave them open, all right, especially if it's our player, okay? So with a closeout here, which you know, right? Yeah, cool. We're going to make sure that we sprint to the cone. But as we get closer to the cone, we don't want to run into the cone. We don't want to run into the player. We got to be in control. So we got to be able to arrive, all right, slow down and arrive low in our defensive stance that we just practiced before, right? So we're going to make sure we get to that cone nice and low, okay? In this situation here, all I'm going to ask the players or each of you to do here is basically sprint, close out, low, okay? Ball, ball, ball. All right, you're going to talk. I bet some of you are going to hate this, right? Okay, you're going to talk, okay? You're going to go ball, ball, ball. All right, from here, I want you to backpedal, but I want your eyes up, okay? You're going to backpedal around this cone in the middle, and you close out a second time. Ball, ball, ball. Yeah, does that make sense? We're going to do this 5 times. Yeah, 1, 2, around the cone 3, around the cone 4, around the cone 5. You go back to the line again. Does that make sense? You ready to talk? Yeah, ready? Let's go. Give us a demo. Go. Good. Good, 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 good. Good. Sprint out, sprint out. Good. Around the cone, around the cone. Good. Close out. Hands up. Good, 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 good. Nice. Good. I like it. That's how loud we need to be. We want to hear you. Good. Back of the line. Good. Slide out, slide out. Good job. Well done. All right. We're going to go one at a time. Okay. Once the first player, so get in the line. Once the first player has closed out on this cone, he's come around this one here, the next player can go. Yeah, okay, so the next player now can go because this guy now is closing out on cone number 2. Make sense? You guys are going to do this down that end? We're going to do this for about 3 minutes. Okay, you don't need the balls, right? Let's set up. All right, make sure you get in the line so you know what order you're going in. All right, are you ready? Let's go. Good, 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 good. Good. Next player, you're up. Next player's up. Good. Eyes up, so you don't run into teammates. Yeah, just go around. Next player up. Let's go. Next player up. Go. The first closeout is just to the cone. Yeah, so you go straight to the cone. Go straight to the cone. Go straight to the cone. Good, good, good. Good. Now around this cone. Good, good, good. Good. Make sure you go around the cone, man. Make sure you go around the cone. That's why there's a middle cone. Good. All right, very quiet, guys. Some of you have no voice at all. Got to speak up in basketball. Yeah, got to learn to communicate. Who's up next? Yo. All right, very quiet down this end. Let's talk. Let's talk. Come on, hang. Talk it up. Ball, ball, ball. Good. Make sure we backpedal, backpedal. Who's up next? Nice, I like it. Next player, next player. Good, 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 good. Hold up. Good job. Go back to baseline. Okay, I like, some of you are very loud. Great job, okay? If you want to be a great teammate, be a good baller here, you're going to have to learn to talk, yeah, and help each other out on that part of the game. Down that end, some of you got to talk a little bit more, I think. I can't hear you from here. Probably got to be louder. Fair enough. This time around, okay, we're going to make a little adjustment here. Okay, that first set that I had you do on the closeout, I literally got you just to close out all the way on the cone. Yeah, just pick up the player, pick up the cone, and that's cool. Okay, that's like, you know, fundamentals. Okay, perfect. But in the game, okay, you guys are under 12s and under 15s. Yeah, you're not playing NBA where you're playing Steph Curry or anything like that, right? Okay, there's a few choices that you're gonna make on the defensive end. Okay, it's all about choices. Okay, on the defensive end. Okay, and you make these choices as players here. Yeah, coaches will teach you these things. We teach you how to learn to make these choices, but you make them in the game. Yeah, we can't call timeouts every 2 minutes to give you correct you sometimes. You're gonna have to learn these things yourself, okay? So in a game, if this guy here is someone that you can guard in his face, okay, because you're faster than him, okay, or he's a shooter, by all means, we're gonna close out here and put your hand in his face, okay? But at your age, maybe your players, your opponents are not really, you know, three-point shooters at that point. And that's cool, because your goal here on the defensive side is obviously to stop them from scoring, right? So you don't want them to score, okay? So with this second drill here, we're gonna close out here, but we're gonna stop short on the closeout here about 1.5 meters. Yeah, you guys are pro on this from COVID days, right? 1.5 meters, you guys should know how far that is, right? Yeah, okay. So we're gonna now make a short closeout, okay? Instead of a full closeout, we're gonna make a short closeout. And in these situations in the game, basically what that means is that that player is not a shooter. Yeah, maybe that player there just, you know, can't shoot. So you're going, I've got to guard you still because I can't leave you open, but I'm not concerned that you're a shooter right now. So I'm just gonna make the short closeout, stop short, ball, but I'm ready to react, and I give myself more space to react here when that player attacks or he wants to attack the basket, so I can cut him off, all right, in that situation. Does that make sense? So obviously if they're a non-shooter, or perhaps they're a really fast player, okay? If they're faster than you, then you're gonna need to give yourself a little bit more time to be able to adjust and guard them, then maybe you shorten your closeout in this situation. Does that make sense? Yep. All right, we're gonna go 2-3 minutes on short closeouts. So I don't want to see everyone running to the cones this time. I want you to fall short, okay, ball, and then the same thing here, around again, and we're going, you know, 1.5 meters, arrive low, ball. Same thing, right? Okay, but do not hit the cone. Make sense? All right, you ready? Set up down that end, go. Guys ready down here? Good? Let's go. Yo, first one here. Good. Short closeouts. Good. Good. Keep that torque up. And